So if you clicked on this video, you probably have complete placenta previa, and you might want to go back and watch my other preview videos because I give you kind of like the story of how I found out and like what I went through up into this point. I look really, really terrible. I know I didn't sleep at all last night in the hospital. I mean, sleeping in the hospital is ridiculous. But I don't think it really matters. So this is bleed number 3 for me. I am officially 29 weeks today. Every single week feels like a milestone. And if you have placenta previa, then you know what I mean. You're just hoping that you can keep your baby in there cooking, and you will, and I will. Have confidence. I'm not 100% optimistic I'm going to get to 36 weeks, but I'm aiming for 32. 32 weeks, the baby has far less chances of having significant disabilities, and I'm really looking forward to that milestone. So what's brought me into the hospital is I had my 3rd bleed yesterday. I've been in the house for like weeks, except for a breastfeeding class and infant care class at my local doctor's office. I've been at home when we decided to go see Aquaman. And no sooner we got there, like 30 minutes later, like literally just walked into the movies. Like I didn't even walk in the parking lot. My boyfriend dropped me off at the door, all that sort of stuff. Anyways, I went to the bathroom and I had spotting. And then I went back to the bathroom like seriously a couple minutes later, and because I felt like wetness and I was like having a light bleed, and I texted my boyfriend from the bathroom. I said, we need to go. So we get in the car, we go to Modesto Kaiser again, and it's a labor and delivery, and my high-risk doctor said 3rd bleed, that's it, you're staying here. And I was kind of shocked by the amount of blood that they pulled out when they checked my cervix, which usually cervical checks are very few and far between with placenta previa because they don't want to disturb the placenta. But because I was having contractions, I think they wanted to make sure that I wasn't going into labor or anything like that. And they were like cleaning out the blood to see like how much it actually was. And to me, it was kind of alarming. To them, they said it was actually a light bleed, that they don't consider it like a bleed until it's like you soak 2 maxi pads. And I would say what I experienced would probably be like a panty liner can handle. Like it was a light bleed. And my other ones have been light too. But there were like big clots they pulled out. I know it's really graphic, but if you're going through this, then you already know what it's like. And they were really dark. I fortunately stopped bleeding by the time, or like basically at the same time that I got to the hospital, which is like 30 minutes away. And because the day after Christmas, there was so much traffic to get there. And so they're keeping me here until I give birth, and I'm only 29 weeks. And so looks like I'm gonna be here at least 7 weeks, and I'm hoping I can get there. It's not ideal. Fortunately, my insurance, doesn't matter how many times that I get hospitalized, it's $500 per hospitalization. And man, you should have seen the last bill. Like, it was like $29,000 that I paid $500 of it. But I just can't imagine you ladies who maybe don't have insurance going through this. It's just mind-blowing. I don't know how you would deal with it. And I hope you're not in that situation. So I've detoured. I'm just trying to make the best of it. What really sucks is I was so looking forward to being able to have my baby shower, which is January 5th. My thoughtful mom and sister moved my baby shower date to January 5th, thinking it was going to be, or planned it, thinking it was going to be soon enough. And I was really hopeful. I'm like, okay, I've got like basically next weekend, like, you know, to the 5th of January to get there. And I'm going to get there. And I had ordered 2 dresses online to see which one I liked better, because I can't go out shopping. And it's not going to happen. So I guess that maybe we'll have like a welcome baby celebration later. I was really looking forward to it because I've been on bed rest for a long time. I'm feeling sort of isolated, like lonely, but just like I don't get to interact with different people on a regular basis. And I was just like really excited to be out of the house, be able to get dressed up, like be happy and not worried for like one day, you know? And then that's not gonna even happen. So maybe in March after the baby's born, depending on how long his NICU stay is and everything like that. So if you're looking for what's going to possibly happen to you, this might happen. I looked at other YouTube videos. There were a few people who really stories stood out to me, and it seems like mine are following that course of action, or that course. Hopefully yours doesn't follow this, and hopefully it moves in time. But at 29 weeks with the complete previa, it doesn't seem very likely that it's going to move. So thank you for looking at this terrible red face. They gave me magnesium sulfate while I was here, which makes you really, really hot, like everywhere, especially your face. And they did that to slow contractions. I actually wasn't having a lot of them, but they also prevents or helps limit like brain bleeds if your baby were to be born right now, which they started me on last time I was here too. And they also gave me another round of steroids for baby's lung development, which I'm grateful for. So in case he's born, he has the best chances. And they've also located me in this like crazy big hospital room, if you guys want to see it. My last room was really big too, and I guess this is the largest room, and it's right across the room from the OR. They've ordered blood for me just to make sure that's on hand in case I'll need a transfusion. They came in and gave me all the scary consent papers telling me what I could expect from a C-section, but also that because my uterus is so small at this point, they may have to do a classical incision, which means that it will be vertical rather than horizontal, which I hope we can avoid. Like really into fitness and stuff, and I know it seems really vain, something I shouldn't really worry about, but I'm just gonna be honest, that's something I'm kind of slightly concerned about, like 1% of my concern. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So right across from the OR, they have the blood ready, and the baby is doing really well. His heartbeat is just going and going and going. Nothing wrong there. He's moving. He's perfect. Although I think I'm waiting on the radiologist results to see like how big he is. And the ultrasound tech, which I didn't have that much confidence in her because she contradicted labor and delivery nurse, and she was saying that she thought I was only 27 weeks and like 2 days pregnant. And then the labor and delivery nurse was like, you can't determine what the gestational age is at this point. Like at this point, there's wide variations of what their weight could be, but when they're really little, like 8 or 9 weeks, when they first decide like how far along you are, is the best time because all of the fetuses are about the same. So anyways, I'm not gonna listen to her, but she said that his birth rate, he was a little low, like 2 pounds, but I think everything's gonna be okay.